Welcome students in this new lecture. In this lecture we will define or we will understand the concept of convexity, and this concept is important with respect to optimization. For just to start with, you can understand it this way so that you have no confusion what this new thing is. Actually, what you do in optimization, that suppose it is your variable and this is your function that you have to optimize, or you can say that this is called fx also. So what you see that so suppose the function is like this. So you are very much familiar of this thing. So these kind of things are called this curvature. This is called convexity. Here the curve is convex, means we will define it later, you will see, and this is called concave. So convexity is important when you want to minimize something. So when something is convex here, then it means that it is in this region, it is the minimum value of this, and in this region the minimum value of this is this. So in a way we are actually looking for the points at which the function is convex. So it is just to start with, I have given you just little introduction so that you develop kind of interest that what we are going to discuss here. So here we are going to define two things. Number first is convex set. And number two is convex function. Convex function can be your objective function that you want to optimize, and convex set is a set of points that are in the convex region, you can say. So we will define first the convex set. So here I would like to start with some good examples. So I am making, or you can say plotting some graphs like this. One function is this. During your optimization problem, suppose these are the constraints functions that we discussed in last class. Suppose your graph comes like this, and in another problem your graph comes like this, straight lines like this way, and some other problem is there in which you got something like this, this and this. So all the points that are falling in this area here like this. So these are the set. This is the set in which we are interested. This is a set of point, all the points that are inside this here also. So we are interested in these points, and this is actually a set of point. So how you will decide that whether this set of points is convex or concave? So for this we need to do something like this, that we will draw a line like this. We will have a point here, one point here on this, on any of the four graphs, and one point you take here. Okay, so this is your point 1 and point 2, and you have connected these 2 points with a straight line, and the same thing you do here. Any 2 points you can take. Suppose you take here one point here and one point here, and now you connect it with the line. So I am joining these 2 points with this straight line, and here also this is your point 1 and this is your point 2. The same thing I will do for this also. So I will do it this way, that suppose I am taking 2 points, suppose one point I take here and another point I take here. Anywhere you can take 2 points. So I am now joining these 2 points. So it will be like this. So now you can appreciate the difference of these points. So here you see that all the points that are on this line, any point you take, all these points are coming within the region, no point is going out. The same thing is here also, all the points that are falling on the line joining our 2 test points 1 and 2, all the other points are falling in the line this. But here you see that these points here on this segment and on this segment, they are falling in the region, but these points are not falling in the region. These points are not in the region, they are outside of this region. So this kind of region, now you can understand this, that this region is called convex region, or you can say convex set of points. All these points here or in this region are convex set of points. These points are of convex type. So you can test it like this, any line you can draw, all the lines will go, all the points will come, no point will go out. You can see this, and even here also you can join any 2 points, or this can be done like inside the region also, like this. Any 2 points you join, all the points will fall on the line, this here, this. So any 2 lines, all the lines, 2 lines join and all the points. But this is not true here. Here it is true, here it is true, here it is true, but here it is not true, like this. These points are going out. Okay, so this region is not convex and this region is convex. These 2 regions are convex, or these points are a convex set of points. So you can define it this way now. So as you can see on the screen, you can define it this way: convex set of point or a region is defined as a convex set in n-dimensional space if all pairs of points x1 and x2 in the set, the straight line segment joining them is also entirely in the set. So this is the definition of convex set. So now when we have defined our convex set in natural language, we would like to define this statement in mathematics also. So mathematical statement of a convex set. For this we need to define all the points that are falling on the straight line like this. This is your already know this, and I am having one line like this, and these are 2 points. For example, I call them x1 and x2. Now you have to define all the points that are here in between these 2 points. So in mathematics, how those points are defined? So in elementary classes you must have read about the intersection, what you can say, section of line, like this is point 1, point 2, and here some point, another point, we take a new point, point 1, point 2, and point 3, a new point here we take. So it is done like this, plus nx2. Suppose we are dividing it into 2 segments like this, so we were doing like this. So the same kind of definition in mathematics in the book you will see they will define. So here we define that thing this way: x is equal to gamma x1 plus 1 minus gamma x2, and the very important thing is that gamma must be less than or equal to 1, or and it must be positive, or it may be 0. So now the definition say that the mathematical definition is that for every pair of points x1 and x2, these are two pairs of points x1 and x2, and if they are in the convex set, the point x is given by a linear combination of 2 points like this. If the point x here satisfies, this is point x, satisfies this condition, and where gamma is less than 1, then you can say that the point is in the convex set. Gamma can be like 0.5 etc. So by the numerical example you can understand this way. So for example, you have 2 points P1 and P2, and their coordinates are 0 1 and 1 0. For example, suppose we take gamma is equal to 0.5. So we will get a new point. Suppose we call this point P3. So how you will get this point if you are taking actually, and the important point to learn here or understand this, I already told you that actually this, when you write here, this is actually in bold letter. It means that it has all the values. For example, the point x1 is 0, 1. If you will have this axis, then this value of the axis is 0, and the y value of this axis is 1. So you can say that it has got 2 components. Now if you will apply this thing here, then how you will find this point, because point has got 2 components. So we will make like this. So this is x part, this is the x part and y part. So for x part we will take x values, that is 0 plus 1 minus 0.5 into x value of this point 1, and another next is we are defining the y part. So this will be 0.5 comma 1 plus into 0. So what you will get, point P3 you will get to be 0.5 comma 0.5. This is the point that you have created when you take gamma is equal to 0.5 and your definition formula. So where will this point fall? If you will plot this point, you will see that it will fall exactly on the straight line joining to them, like here. The same way, if you take gamma is equal to 0.4, you will see that the point will fall like this. Gamma is equal to 0.8, the point may fall like here. So now you can appreciate the point that actually this is actually mathematical definition of the point that will fall in between the 2 base points when we are joining them with a straight line. So actually this is the definition of these points, this. And now the statement is saying, for defining the convex set, that any point that is given by this relationship, if it falls in the set that we are discussing, then it is called a convex set. So this is the definition of mathematical definition of convex set. Now we come to the second definition that we wanted to define here. It is convex function. How you will define a convex function? So I am showing you. Convex function is defined this way. So you can read here this. A function f(x) defined on a convex set f is said to be a convex function when it follows the relationship this. These are 2 points, and if you evaluate numerically these things, then it should be greater than or equal to the function value at that point. When you are putting the values of points here this way, so numerically you have to calculate it. And if you will see that graphically you can find this thing here. And what is the definition? Actually this, okay, it said what it is saying, what it is this relationship saying, that it is saying that this function, this point, this point here, it is below to this point, when you are joining this line, and then the point you are getting is this, where the pointer of the mouse is, and at this point the value of the function is this. So the function is falling below this point. So when this kind of condition is there, the function is said to be convex function. And concave function, it's opposite. So this is your point where these 2 points are joined. Any point you take here, and this point will be below the function. The value of the function will be here. So this point is below that point. So this is called a concave function. Convex function. Now this is your convex function, or because any line joining like this, any point on this line, it will be always above this thing. So you can read all these things in this book, and actually we were discussing here, it is actually a univariable function. Now you can come to multivariable functions also. So you will have to draw it in a 3D space like this, as you can see. Then here you will define a convex function like this. It will go like this, bowl type thing will be there. So this is a convex function, and mathematically you can define it. And now when this concept is clear to you, that as a summary you can understand it this way, that convex function is this, like this, and concave function is like this. So we will be interested in the minimum value of this convex function when we are optimizing anything. And if you are interested in maximizing the something, then you will have to take the concave function. But in this book we will always minimize the things, so we will take always convex functions. And in the next class we will discuss this determination of convexity and concavity. So mathematically you will have to decide which function is convex or concave. For example, here a numerical example you can see this, so that you can understand it in a better way, because all the things that were going on up to now was theory. So this example 4.3, analysis for convexity and concavity. So you have to make analysis of this, whether this function is convex or concave, and what about this function, and what about this function. So there are mathematical rules like this. These are the mathematical rules. This way it is decided whether the function is concave or convex. So you can read this actually, and for examination point of view, these problems are important. In many based on these criteria, you can decide whether this function is strictly convex. So they have defined it when a function is strictly convex and when it is convex or strictly concave, like this. So all these examples are there. You can solve these examples and understand this here. Detection of a convex region. So all these things are here. Construction of a convex region. So this is in your module 1, I think the last section, convexity and its application. So I am ending the class now. In the next class we will learn more things. So thank you very much.